What's up guys, welcome back for another YgoPro Duel video. The new Burning Abyss Link monster. This card is so fantastic. The new Link monster for BA will definitely put Burning Abyss back to top tier status. The deck just won't vanish from metagame, right? But this is currently my main deck. Again, feel free to leave suggestions. I'm not I'm not a highly dedicated Burning Abyss player, but I know a couple of the basic plays, right? But again, my apologies if I make a mistake for the, the more BA veterans watching the video. Yeah, the new Burning Abyss Link monster definitely solves a lot of problems the Burning Abyss archetype has, of course. Past Master Rule 4 with the Link format only having access to one extra monster zone, but it's so easily summoned with only two level 3 monsters, even with the Phantom Knights giving you easy access to this Link monster. It has a built-in Foolish Burial effect once per turn during your own turn. It protects your monsters, it protects itself by sending another card on the field, on your side of the field, to the graveyard. And yeah, again, it also has a built-in Rhino effect that, when a Burning Abyss monster is at one of those zones where the markers of your Cherubini points to, that Burning Abyss will not self-destruct if there is like another monster on the field. That's not Burning Abyss, right? Yeah, the Rescue Ferret, when the Burning Abyss Link monster was revealed, I was like, whoa, Rescue Ferret is going to be so good, but in practice it wasn't really working out too great. I'm probably going to drop it from the main deck. There is no Allure of Darkness in the main deck, but I probably am going to add it in back again. 3 Allure I think is definitely too much because of all the hand traps, and it's somewhat, yeah, sometimes very awkward, like you having only 1 dark or maybe 2 darks in your opening hand. Do you want to activate Allure or rather go for, that Link summon or go for Dante? That's like a lot of awkward situations with multiple Allures in the main deck, so probably 2 Allures is fine. Galaxy Worm, the weaker tour guide now, is also okay, I guess, in the main deck to instantly go, or at least instantly give you 2 level 3 monsters, but again, a very awkward card. Should I only main deck 2? But then again, there is like the danger of opening with 2, or maybe milling one of them, and then there's like 1 dead in your deck, maybe even 3 in the main deck. So yeah, it's up to you, but I don't think you want to main deck. Galaxy Cyclone, here in the main deck over Twin Twister, but both have their advantages. Twin Twister lets you discard, targets up to 2, so it destroys 1 more card. Then again, yeah, it also of course lets you play during your opponent's turn, but Cyclone banishes the card targeted and also very easily target the opponent's field spells, and that's why I prefer Cyclone a little over Twin Twister, that is, but again, that's all up to you. As for the rest, yeah, I'll come back to a couple of things during the duel, so let's see a couple of example games. Alright, a couple of examples. The first one here perfectly showcases that the Rescue Ferret definitely could have a place in this deck, but again, it creates some awkward situations, and on its own really doesn't do anything. You have to set up your Link monster first, and then your Rescue Ferret comes into play, or at least can be activated. So on its own, it's not really doing anything, and during your first turn, if your opponent doesn't have like a hand trap like Ash Blossom to stop, for example, your Graph, again, very huge if your opponent can Ash Blossom, yeah, your Graph, for example, and you not having like a follow-up play, then that's definitely, or that can definitely be a problem. Here, I forgot to activate Ash. You know that you have to, like, with the automatic simulators, you have to, like, hold down a button if you want to respond to something, and here, of course, I would have Ash Blossomed the Alistair, but nope, it didn't give me the option, so that's why I didn't use Ash Blossom earlier. So yeah, that would have made the duel much more easy. Normal Summon Tour Guide. Okay, Fallen Strike is fine. Then again, I have to attack into his monster. If he uses his Alistair, then very good for me, since again, at least they have a free field, so I can special summon all my BAs without fear. Go for Beatrice. I don't see the point here of making the second Link Burning Abyss. I believe 2 Link Burning Abyss in the extra deck should be fine, should be enough, since again, it's already packed. But again, Beatrice lets you play during your opponent's turn. The OCG has 3 Beatrice. Then again, OCG does have only 1 Dante, but and correct me if I'm wrong, I think the OCG also has 3 Graph and 3 Seer, if I'm not mistaken, so easily reborning Dante overlay for a second Beatrice now with this new Link Burning Abyss monster is so easy, or at least much more easy and much more of a big threat for your opponent, at least for the OCG. But again, I think by the time we are getting this new Link Vrains pack, that, you know, we are probably going to get a new list and more Burning Abyss cards available, like what Konami did with the Pendulum Magicians earlier. Solid first turn, quite an easy first turn again, very solid first turn, like going for the Link Burning Abyss with like 2 level 3 monsters, and then a very easy follow-up thanks to its foolish burial effect, sending something like Graph from your deck to the graveyard, or maybe Seer to, you know, go for a possible Dante and even maybe Beatrice, right? Foolish, I'm going to definitely going to negate the Foolish, prevent him from getting the second monster on the field. If things go wrong, I still have Fogblade, and again, by having the second monster linked to my Link Burning Abyss, I can protect itself from dying by battle. You know, when it's like destroy by battle, you can target any card on the field and send it to the graveyard. So very nice built-in, like, indestructible effect, if you can call it that way. Also very cool is that the monsters that this card is pointing to, so in this case it was Beatrice and Dante, both of them are protected from card effects, well, from being destroyed by card effects. So that's again very cool. Go for Deco Talker. Deco Talker wasn't in the extra deck the whole time during testing, but I think it's fine, you know, just to make the big push. And that's definitely something Burning Abyss can do, like opening with Beatrice and the Link monster, searching out Tour Guide in the end phase, sets up such a powerful boss play next turn, and having access to Deco Talker might give you more options, more zones during your next turn to potentially, you know, deal that final blow. Or yeah, maybe eventually also go for Barbar to, you know, deal the necessary burn damage. I play 7 hand traps in the main deck, so triple Ash Blossom, triple Ghost Ogre, and 1 Maxi. I think going into the new format, especially with Spirals going to be at full force soon. Well, they are full force in the OCG, but I think you have to main deck as much hand traps as possible, if possible, with Burning Abyss. You know, you don't want to, like, open with too many hand traps, so 7 I believe is just fine. Draw a Lockbird, a bit iffy on that, but I believe Draw a Lockbird is just perfectly fine to side deck. Again, having Graph, he does use Maxi, so I'm not going to destroy the Graph, but just destroy my Dante here to get back Seer, I believe, and not really sure what else triggered. But anyway, we was able to search a Tour Guide earlier, go for second Dante, get some, mill, put its attack to 2500, and now I should be able to attack for game thanks to Farfa. Well, Farfa forcing out the ABC Dragon Buster, him tagging out. No, I don't think I was able to attack for game. Again, correct me if I'm wrong. But making the solid play of having, you know, double Dante, 1 Beatrice, access to Beatrice, Barbar to get some extra burn damage in, and, you know, was able to search out Fogblade earlier, yeah, thanks to the PK engine. So that's one of the reasons why I still maybe prefer the PK engine over, like, a pure Burning Abyss build. Searching Fogblade first turn, for example, is again very good. But yeah, this again should be should be the game, right? Should be the duel. Next example against AVCs again, I get to start having the PK engine on top here. Go for Cherubini to send, I believe, the Graph. That's so good. That you can, by going for the Link Summon, you only need 2 level 3 monsters, doesn't really matter which one, and that immediately opens up access to, you know, your one-off Seer or your one-off Graph to, you know, extend your plays and increase your ceiling. So very solid card. Here, I'm honest, during my turn I forgot that at least I forgot the set rotation gave me that face down spell and trap, that face down field spell. So with the mindset of that, I obviously can't special summon my Burning Abyss monsters from my hand. As you see here, get back the Graph, get back, at least, yeah, search the Tour Guide, I believe. Also searched out Seer during my first turn with the Twin Twister in my hand to, you know, I believe special summon, I believe the Graph from my grave. Well, yeah, it depends on the situation, of course, but you know what I mean. But he had double Cyclone. Okay, that's a bummer. But here again, I can just attack for a game. That's all. A lot of my games went. Like again, going first, you can establish very easily your Cherubini, and then after Cherubini, it's like Child's Play to set up a Dante. And depending if you have like another Burning Abyss monster in your hand, immediately make Beatrice to play during your opponent's turn and interrupt your opponent's plays, and add in a couple of hand traps. The deck is very powerful, guys, definitely. Ash Blossom, the Solar Recharge. I don't see the reason of Ash Blossoming the Charge of the Library Gate. Here the BLS definitely forces out the Beatrice by, I believe, detaching the Graph, and again giving my Cherubini extra protection by summoning the Skarm in the zones where it's linked to. Okay, JD, he has to activate JD a couple of times, since you know again that Cherubini protects my my monsters pointed to it, but from being destroyed by card effects. And again, Cherubini destroys another card on the field on its own to protect itself against the destruction of Judgment Dragon. But I do survive, and somewhat unfortunate for him, his BL is not going to return. Dizzy Mills, Triple Wolf, must be nice. But again, Raigeki will just make it so much more easy. Board wipes still very strong. And maybe one of the reasons why I might main deck like the Kaijus with the one of Slumber, maybe even Dark Hole as well. Something also against Spirals if you don't see the hand traps and they already have like an established board of the Tri-Gate Wizard, for example. Having the board wipe might be very important against something like that. And now easily go for a game. Yeah, the Fairy Tail was a problem, but thanks to the PK engine I can, you know, force out the Fairy Tail and attack for a game eventually. I leave the last example again against ABCs. Okay, again, get Ash Blossomed. Man, so many times my Graph got Ash Blossomed, but still have a follow-up play. Eventually go for Beatrice as well. Search out Tour Guide and having Ash Blossom in the hand. So strong. Definitely Ash Blossoming the Terraforming. He does have a second copy of the field spell. Okay, that's all fine. I still can interrupt an ABC Dragon Buster from coming out with my Beatrice for Farfa. So Farfa banishing the A, I believe. And you know, I believe we knew he searched out B, so definitely using Graph to special summon the Skarm linked to my, yeah, it doesn't really matter. Well, yeah, it does matter, right? Otherwise Skarn would have been destroyed, so definitely this new Link Burning Abyss having the effect of Rhino that, you know, monsters in those zones where its markers is pointing to, that those Burning Abyss monsters will not destroy itself. That's so good, guys, so good. But yeah, eventually again I should be able to attack for game if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, that's Burning Abyss, guys. So again, this is currently my list. Yeah, at this point I was still running the Proxy Dragon over Decode Talker, but again forcing out the Barbar to yeah, deal the necessary burn damage to go for a game. I'm not a huge fan of the Solemn Brigade here in the main deck due to evenly matched. Definitely all the bigger cards going into our new TCG format, but 3 traps I believe is just fine. Mass Hero, yeah, Mass Change 2, it's not searchable, but you could main deck it to rank up for PK. I'm not really liking it that much, but it's definitely something. Vanity's Fiend also is definitely an option, and that Hydra Lender, I believe its name is, it's at left here of Vanity's Fiend. It's also like a cute option with something like Fairy Tail on the main deck. That's all up to you if you want to try it out. Okay, guys, that's it. Thanks for watching, and feel free to leave a comment or like if you enjoyed the video. Lithium signing out. Peace.